Now, imagine you're a sales leader trying to figure out where to spend your time and resources to maximize revenue for the quarter. What I'm showing now is a list of opportunities. What if I could tell you which of these opportunities are more likely to close in the quarter and what those key drivers are for that prediction? Using data found in CRM systems, AI allows us to predict the outcome of individual deals. We call this the bottoms-up forecasting approach. Alongside traditional seller forecasts, we provide a score that represents how likely a deal is to close in our favor. Now, I have a question for the audience. If it was you and you had limited time, would you focus on the deals in green, yellow, or red? I'll give it a second. Okay, here's the answer. Generally, you don't need to spend time on those slam dunk deals because they're already likely to close. And it's hard to change deals that have little chance of happening. So we recommend spending time on those deals in yellow to try and tilt them in your favor. Another interesting way to look at your pipeline is to visualize AI versus seller forecasts. The x-axis shows opportunity scores where higher is better, and the y-axis shows sales stages labeled 1 to 4, where 1 is an early stage and 4 is a closing stage. Here, we're looking for discrepancies. Most of the time, the dots in blue are going to show AI validating, but the dots in red show outliers. Times where the AI score is high, but the rep isn't committed, or vice versa. In both cases, you want to focus on coaching reps and performing deal reviews to understand if reps are sandbagging, being overly optimistic, or if something else is truly going on. Next, I want to step into the workbench that powers Varicent Revenue Intelligence. This is where an analyst would be building data pipelines and prediction models with our drag and drop platform. Usually, we start by connecting directly to data sources like Salesforce or HubSpot. In this case, I've already imported historical opportunities that we're going to use to teach an AI how to predict the status column, which represents the outcome of a deal based on factors like deal amount, stage information, and opportunity owner info like title and tenure. Now, the first thing I need to do is clean up my data, so I've connected it to my data cleaning tool. What tends to happen with sales stages is they change over time. We used to use negotiating. We're going to find and replace that with evaluating, which is what we're currently using. Once I do this, I'm ready to make a prediction. So I'm going to connect it to my predictor tool. What our predictor tool is going to do is it's going to shop through 10 different algorithms. It's going to test each one and choose the best one for our data. We can see in this case, we get an accuracy of about 83%, which is pretty good. But at this stage, I usually get asked, how can I make my predictions even better? Well, there's two things that you can do: feature engineering and data enriching. With feature engineering, what we're doing in this case is calculating a days to close field. And then with data enriching, what's really nice about our platform is we're data agnostic. That means you could bring in payee information from Varicent ICM, join in other data providers like ZoomInfo and Dun & Bradstreet, all in the hopes of increasing our prediction accuracy. Now that we have our data together, we're going to connect it to our second predictor tool. And we can see in this case, we were able to increase our accuracy by 5%. So now that we have a trained prediction model, there's one last step that we need to do. I'm going to hit this plus, and I'm going to start searching for an output tool that's going to let us make predictions on our open deals. What's really nice about our platform is it understands our natural language, and it's able to recommend exactly what we need. In this case, we call it the export tool. I'm going to select it and hit create. And now we're ready to make predictions on our open pipeline. Now, at this step, one big pushback we hear is, I don't understand what these algorithms are doing. Can I trust this AI? So what I'm going to do is bring up a graphic that our customers love. It's called the Waterfall Graphic, and it explains exactly how our AI makes a prediction. Now, the way you read this and the way these predictions work is they start with an average. This start column here represents that, on average, we win about 53% of our deals. And then we look at the individual factors and we see how they either positively contribute in green or negatively contribute in red. We sum all these factors up together, and that's how we end up with our prediction and our probability. Now, we've got about a 55% chance of winning this deal. What can we do to increase our chances? Maybe we send a few more emails, we get a meeting booked, we can change the stage from prospecting to pitching. Is this going to be time well spent? And we can see in this case, we're able to increase our chances to 87%. So now we know that doing these actions are going to be worthwhile. So that's the power of our platform. We make it really easy to do data, insights, and predictions to drive revenue growth. To learn more, come to our breakout session. It's called Get ICM Planning, a seat at the revenue growth table. We hope to see you there.